Antivan royalty is very much bound up in the Crows. You wouldn't want it run by a bunch of commoners, after all, would you? And this means they get involved in politics quite often. This particular fight nearly bankrupted the nation, I understand. It almost ended up putting a Crow on the throne. Commoner. But that's a whole different story. I played a very small part.
What did you do?
My part in the entire battle was taken up trying to reach Princess Verina, who had thrown in with her brother. I killed about 11 of her guards personally before I got knocked out of a window. I landed in a river and nearly drowned. I was fished out by some urchins who robbed me blind. Made off with my boots, too. At least they didn't cut my throat. And that was my part in history.
Oh man. You're very lucky indeed.
It's true. I live a charmed life. One of the prostitutes that raised me was a fortune teller. Said I wouldn't die young. She was rather startled by that. But there you go. Tale told. Let's be off before I tell more embarrassing stories, huh?
Aw, I'm actually getting somewhere with him. I'm so happy. Anyway. Let's see if she has anything more to say.
I was just thinking about what happened to the elves, and
oh no, not this.
I'm reminded of a song sung to me many years ago. It was when my mother died, and this wise elven woman comforted me and told me that we shouldn't fear death or hate it. Death is just another beginning. One day, we must all shed our earthly bodies to allow our spirits to fly free.
This is so bad. This is so bad. You're gonna hear it and it's like... I'm sorry if I laugh. I laughed my butt off my first time seeing this part.
It's a beautiful sentiment, I think. One that brings peace and hope to the grieving.
So did anyone else laugh like I laughed? Well, I guess you wouldn't actually have heard how I laughed the first time around. Now, what made me laugh, because... No, hold on. What made me laugh about that was, first of all, that it was so obvious that's not her real voice. Like, that voice actor, that was not her singing. That was way too obvious. Second of all, her expressions were ridiculous. And third of all, that was like the worst lip syncing ever. Not ever, because I mean, if any of you guys know that, I don't know if you guys watch Ray William Johnson, but like a couple videos back, he had this thing about a Russian communist. That video, that's gotta be the worst lip syncing I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, moving on. Let's see if there's anything else to say.
Have I ever told you I really like the way you wear your hair?
What? My hair? Thank you.
It's very nice and it suits you. Simple. Not like the elaborate hairstyles we wore in Olay. They involved flowers, ribbons, jewels. One year, feathers were all the rage, and Lady Elise decided she needed to outdo everyone else, and actually wore live songbirds in her voluminous hair. The chirping was quite charming for a while, but you must realize, terrified little birdies often have loose bowels.
Poor birds.
Yes, I don't envy them. She never washed her hair. But I was trying to say something nice to you, wasn't I? Oh, forgive me. My mind wanders so. It's just that I feel so comfortable talking to you, like I could say anything and you wouldn't judge me.
Well, we are friends, aren't we?
Yes, very much so. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. I really enjoy your company.
You are a treasured friend, Leliana. And I know this is like, I guess, the start of the lesbian stuff. I mean, I have a problem with that, but I don't really like Leliana. So...
Thank you. I am honored that you feel that way.
I don't like her very much. She's just crazy and weird and...
Something I can help with?
I don't know. She just rubs me the wrong way. But I talk to her for the sake of the Let's Play. On my own time, I really don't pay much attention to her at all. Anyway, I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Why did you decide to come to Ferelden?
My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it.
What happened to your mother?
Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecily let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecily than my mother.
You were young, it's understandable.
Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance.